Hello there. So I had to think, and I played the fuck out of this game last night, and coming to a realization that I have next to no self-control when it comes to gaming off stream. And the hours just slip away. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to stream it and record it. I'm not going to give a fuck because time is more concrete this way. So I won't be playing for too long. Hopefully. I have something more interesting planned later though, so don't worry. So yes, I've been busy within Minecraft, developing my world for nobody to see or care about. Losing time. Although most of that losing time is probably from the midday nap I had yesterday. It's probably related. Anyway. Streaming and recording my streams keeps me within a more reasonable 5-hour time frame for any given session of play. So we'll keep doing that. So anyway, I've been sitting here collecting things. I went to the end. I looked all over for end cities, found a few, which is more than enough. I expanded my lava setup. Now it's much more active. And we pretty much got done with the reactor level, which is what I was working on before I went a little crazy. So yeah, this works completely. I have it inserting only one into each for backup, so it's not producing too much all at once. I also killed a hell of a lot of withers. What else did I do off stream that needs discussion? I don't know. This is mainly my chill out time. So I implemented auto crafting for all the modium, as one should, really. So yeah, I'm just chilling. I swapped all my power solutions to use various apparatuses instead of the trash I was using, and then I put the furnace generators in the ceiling to supplement for backup. There's that. I added quite a few things on a detected basis where they won't operate unless I'm particularly high on a particular material. I also added a bunch of processing crafting. It's still a very, very complex and not very straightforward setup. But hey, it works. So everything is operating as smoothly as I dare make it. Alright, kiss my ass. And I have requesters working on basically everything. I need these to be here for a while. So anyway, that's the state of Minecraft, more or less. And I was in the process of staring wistfully at the glow of my livestock while I try to figure out how to implement another thing into the system to make all the modium production a little smoother. And the thing that comes up the most is wood. So I figured what I need is a phytogenic insulator. Where's that thing? Also, I was thinking about incorporating a multi-servo press to get plates, but I don't know. Adding more to that freaking rat's nest back there is a pain in the ass. So that can wait. The wood cannot wait. Constant, okay, whatever. Okay. Right. So this is where that decision bites me in the ass. Needs 6. Gonna have to teach the system how to make fertilizer. Phyto-grow, as it were. Where's that shit? Where's that nasty ass shit? Is that the best Phyto-grow, or is there a better kind? It's later catalysts. Phyto-grow, compost, or bone meal. Phyto-grow. We need niter. Alright, how do I make niter? If I don't already have it. Do I have to sieve anything? Doesn't seem like it. Basically pulverized sand. Well, sandstone. Among other things. So I don't know. Oh, jeez. So, processing. get rid of that. What are the chances? %. I can't believe that this thing doesn't appear in Civil Resources. Sulfur does, Cinnabar does, Appetite does, but not Niter. I don't know why. Okay, so I think what we might need is a secondaries boost. So we're getting what we need. Tell you what, I'm going to move all this. No, it's not what I want you to do. Hardened glass, that's fine. Okay, now we need Invar plates, which are annoying. So the thing with using the hammers is that for some reason refined storage doesn't consider the damaged ones usable. Not for any reason. So it's a pain in the ass. So you kind of have to come up with other ways. Like I discussed the multi-servo press, and so I might as well just set it up now so it's easier to work with later. What do we have? We got this. One of these. No. 7 of these. I've done this song and dance a lot off stream. Okay, so we can't use the existing multi-servo press to do this shit because it has the unpacking die and I don't know how to have it swap that. It probably can't be done that way. So, also, I'm probably going to have to move this to a different corner. Or have another transmitter. Either way, this ungainly mess is stuck, as what it is. So here, let's give our processing area a new lease on life by adding a transmitter to it. And figuring out where we want it. I kind of want it to have cable because that way I don't have to reconfigure a already overloaded router, but I might have to continue to overload that router because getting cable out there is weird. But we have a little thing for that, which will definitely come in handy. Mainly this thing, or one of these with a cable system of its own. Which isn't the worst thing. It ain't the best, but it's not the worst, at least. Now, where to put it where it actually makes sense. I'm thinking I should keep it close to the existing system, but I could be wrong and not very smart for it. So we have our phytogenic insulator, which we're not going to turn into a on-demand kind of bullshit thing. So it's not happening that way. But we are putting this in there, and these in there, maybe. Well, I don't know about that, actually. This is more for the phytogenic insulator, making things at speed. Okay, and then we need our thing here, like that. Push it on in here. There you go. I'm hoping to untangle this entire rat's nest, but it's going to be a process. So, baby steps. Let's do up is that, back is out. Okay. Only my friend, I gleam in your eyes. I pretend. Okay, and then we can make our plates this way. Then intake to the system, big things in there, and that should work just fine. Relatively speaking. So yeah, it's the first step to untangling the ungodly mess I've got. Alright, now we can make our plates without having to do it manually all the damn time. I'll fool around with you. I'll fool around with you. I mean, I could also make my... No, that would require a die to it, though. We don't want to. Alright, that said, niter. So I don't really know, particularly if the flint is required or not. I think it's optional. Show me the recipes. Okay, some of them do require that, which is annoying, to say the least. But we don't want the sand, we just want the niter. And it's not going to be 1-to-1. It just isn't going to be. secondary production is going to go up by 15%. Process energy is going to go up too. So, if it's a 30% chance, and the chance of secondary product goes up 15% per upgrade, we are not going to have enough to guarantee a niter. We're just not. It just isn't going to happen. So to boost that chance a little bit higher, we're going to have to double up on that shit. Also, it would help if I had this in my auto crafting. Just a suggestion, you know. Now, I don't know if the flint I put in this system wears out. It might. And I don't want it putting in too much. Also, could be 1-to-1, and I've got plenty of flint, so it's fine. Also, we're going to have to probably incorporate more of this and teach the system how to make it. Not the smooth version, though. Smooth version is not what is freely available to make. Just make the basic version. Because that's enough, you know. Okay. So back to making niter. No, I said niter. It's using smooth. Why is it using smooth? Because that's what we have on hand. This is bullshit. I'm annoyed. If you can't tell, I am annoyed. Annoyed by this entire affair. Okay, so you should receive chipped sandstone and shove it. And you know where to shove it, but you're not shoving it there because you're an asshole. At any rate, alright, we can take this with me to do a job where we throw these into the augments and don't give a fuck. We'll give it better speed augments later. So anyway, this ups it by another 30% to get it to 60%. We could go even higher to get it up to 75%. But I'm assuming this multiplies that scale on these, so I'm not too sure. not entirely sure what the hell. So we might only need one, and add a +4, or ×4, rather. I don't even know if this is modified by the integral part, integral components. It could be. It might not be. Best way to figure that out is to, well, test, you know. So, right, we have sandstone. Let's make sure that this works. And we need flint. Deal with it. Looks pretty consistent, relatively speaking. Okay. So we put 32 in, more or less. How much niter are we going to get? Because in theory, if the scale factor were to apply, it would be a 100% chance. Because the base is 30%. Now, if it's using multiplication in the figuring for the chance, that's different. That's way different. So out of 32 of these, we made 16. Which is not ideal. So here we are, doing math in a video game. So we have a base 30% chance, right? If it were additive, we would use a 15%, and if the integral parts were scaling this upgrade, we would multiply that 15% by 4. And we would get a chance of 0.9%. Well, I mean, not 0.9%, 90%. Which evidently is not the case. So there's something else going on. Let's do the rest of this stack. Looks like the flint isn't always required. We just wait for this to happen with one upgrade and integral part. I know there are bigger upgrades, but my dude, I am choosing not to give a fuck. So it's looking like a 50-50. Which is not consistent with my calculations in any way. So something else is going on here. Now, if it were multiplicative, in consideration of scaling with the integral parts, what would it be? It would be worse per upgrade. So I think it has to be additive. But the integral parts are not scaling them. So we're at 45%. So in order to get better values, we would have to load up on the secondaries. So this is full auxiliary processing sieve. So the secondary chance goes up to 75%. Let's test it. Also, let's learn this thing. As a product. Now it's going to be significantly slower because we took out all the frickin' flux linkage amplifiers. Incidentally, we can push that. Okay, and another thing we could do is attempt to have it auto-craft several things that would help a lot. However, much of this is manual. Relatively speaking. Well, I don't know about that. Okay, maybe I was mistaken. I think I was looking at the usage for this. No, not particularly. Was it this? Oh yeah, it was this. So that's a bit involved and very manual unless I start mystical agriculture. Which I've done mystical agriculture to death and back in the past. So I'm trying to find other ways where my gameplay can be improved. But I don't know, dude. I just don't. I think it's unavoidable at this point. So anyway, photogenic insulator. What we need, I think, is water and open sky. As well as fertilizer. But that part's easy, relatively speaking. I can't remember if I left this here or I did something else for the automation. I think I may have done something else. So we could probably take this down, not care anymore. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. I don't think we need this. In fact, we could probably just take this entire setup and put it somewhere else. But we do need the sink. How about here? Or, we should probably bury it slightly. I don't know. Also, I still haven't automated the sugar cane, which is depressing. Anyway. So this is doing things that I don't really want to disrupt. Alright, how about here? Okay. Intake on that locus. I don't know. Thinking output to the back. This is mostly just for wood. So I figure we don't care. get me 2 of these. So much easier when you can make plates automatically. And then let's put it in the ender chest because we can. We don't have phytochrome production. Also, there's another thing we want. It was catalytic reclamation chamber? No. I want it so it's not using the seed. So it's not using the seed up on each operation, which it will do. Oh boy. Cyclic processing. Maybe transfer to input on process completion. Maybe. This might be it. Okay, we need silver and Constantine plate. Shit. Gets more complicated. Oh, we already did silver. Constantine, please. Which I've already taught the system how to make. Sweetheart. Okay. Alright, so phytogenic bullshit. Anyhow, so how are we on this? Did we finish? We did. Okay. So we got 43 out of 64. Which is kind of consistent with an RNG around the 75% mark. So this makes things a little weird, not gonna lie. but it's fine. Okay, so we have Fido Grow. Now, I don't think we absolutely need it, but hold on. So, I just had a thought. Can it show me? It can't. Okay, can this show me? Technology, no. Well, maybe. Here. Throw across flowers or trees. Augment compatibility. Caloric reclamation. Like processing. Allows the machine's valid outputs to be fed back into its input slot. Useful for automation. Yeah. What does this do? Catalytic reclamation chamber augment scales the chance for a catalyst to be used by 0.8, but also scales the energy used per operation. I think we should get this too. Because then it will hopefully ensure that the sapling is not consumed too much. Okay, there we go. And did I already put the thing in? Probably. I didn't do this one though. Because we have no issues with spending more friggin' energy. Because we already got lots of it. So there. Deal with that. Why would I want a flue duct? It's like a worst version of a pipe. So anyway, we need fertilizer to get in. And fertilizer to be produced. Also, I'm waiting 30 seconds for the eye break reminder. Okay. So let's do a router. Because we can. Do a tier 3 with a tier 2. I did the tier 2 for shits and giggles. Well, the polar, rather. Whatever. It's fine. Then what we want is for this to receive Phytogrow and regulate it to 1. Because it only really needs 1 at a time. And then what we can do is have it auto-craft also, I did install a dimension card, so I don't have to worry about range anymore. It's just one of those things I end up doing every frickin' playthrough. Not much to see there. I don't know, dude. There isn't really enough space for general purpose autocraft. Unless I move it out. Like to here. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay. You're fine. Now I need an exporter. Just your basic run-of-the-mill exporter. Doesn't have to be fast. Doesn't even have to be upgraded. But it does have to have the crafting upgrade and the regulator to make this thing work. And we only want 1 at a time. Just 1. Alright, so we have Phytogrow. Now what we want is a sapling. And I'm thinking oak. Because it's the most basic kind. It gets the job done. For the most part. I just want to monitor this thing for a sec. See what it'll produce. Wood guaranteed. Saplings not really guaranteed. Apples 50%. So, I don't know. Maybe I should auto pipe saplings in, like I did the Phytogrow. We only need one. Just to make sure that it has what it needs at all times. Better? Maybe. I could have done this like a direct thing, but I want this to scale. For that, I don't want it to take up too much space. Also, I realize I don't really need the piping. There. And then it should just take from the sink automatically. So we're no problem here. Also, I suppose we could upgrade these things just so it keeps working, you know. Better. Now, it does take a while to finish a process, but it's a whatever kind of problem. Okay, so, yeah, the main thing was charcoal. make the charcoal in a way that is sustainable, please? Using oak. Okay. What was it? Good. Good. It's working. As much as it can, anyway. Better. Don't need those going on right now. Right. I don't freaking know, man. Anyway, probably shouldn't mess with that too much. Because it's working. For now. It isn't working well. But it's still working. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Don't even try. Alright, I think it might be time for a bit of a break while I transition to a different game. And today it's going to be starting with Fallout, as I had promised yesterday to be, which I didn't, because I was feeling not that great. We're only an hour 15-ish in to this part of the thing, but you know what? Nobody cared about my Minecraft anyway. And, yeah. This is mainly for me to keep my Minecraft time down in the process of coming to terms with my video game addiction. So there's that. And that said, one part ironically, another part not very ironically at all, which is unfortunate. Video game addiction is a thing. Let no one tell you that it is not. Because I have it. More, it's the addiction to activity and working toward goals that are attainable that I am addicted to. If I had a job, I'd be addicted to the job. And quite beneficially for a time. The mind of an addict finds whatever fix they can. And I'm glad my brain found video games over something else. Although I say that and I'm frickin' 300 pounds, so something else is giving me that fix. Obviously. Food, sweets, something that tastes good in my mouth. Every day, all day. And it's a problem. But I don't mean to drag things down. I'm gonna hit Fallout pretty hard today for at least 4 hours. And this is the original Fallout story, more or less. Also, I found a way to completely automate my gambling in that game, which is complete bonkers, by the way. So I'll show that off. So yeah. I should probably close out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. It really helps a lot. More to come after this break.